Hello Capricorn, it's Steph at Finding You Tarot. I hope you're well. We are into March. I'm recording on March the 2nd, 2025. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. And as I record, Venus has just gone into retrograde and Mars a few days ago went direct. So we are now in a sort of push-pull of retrogrades and eclipses. So I just wanted to see what is coming up, because it looks like, I mean, obviously we can all see the instability going on all around us on this planet we call home, but we're also seeing it in the sky as well. So so we're sort of as above, so below, as it were, the magician. So let's have a look and see if there is any guidance for you, and any sense of how to deal with what looks like it could be potentially quite a challenging time. So let's see where we go. Right, okay, so we're starting with the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a card of, it's a very stable card, but it doesn't move very fast. So this is right at the center of the reading. You might have been feeling quite stuck, static. You might have been thinking a lot about what you have, your resources, your material resources, what you own, potentially how you earn a living. But there's a sense here that there's just not been very much going on for you. So I think what I want to try to do, because I tend to talk about the cards as they come out, but I think what I want to do is actually get them all out on the table, and then I'll talk about them. As I was shuffling, the two cards that came out that are crossing and they want to clarify one another is the Hanged Man, and behind that was the Three of Swords. Have the Queen of Cups. The Five of Wands. Feels like very evaluating energy, but you're in a bit of a battle with yourself. So where we're going out of the Hierophant. Okay, Judgment is where we're going. Lovely. And breathe. Relax, everybody. Yeah, Ten of Wands. Oh, okay. Again, two came out together, so they're sort of wanting to clarify one another. It's Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Lovely. The card that came out before that, I don't think I mentioned it, was the Ten of Wands. So we've got two tens have come out with Judgment into where we're going here. So this feels no, shut up, Steph. Just wait until the cards are out. Yeah, okay. Temperance. Oh, okay. And your advice here is the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords, intriguingly. Okay. if you have been kind of just going along and quite nicely, and you don't want to make any changes, and you're really happy with things as they are, this is not your reading. So click off right now, because this is not your reading. This reading, I'll tell you who I'm talking to here. The person that I'm talking to has been evaluating. The Seven of Pentacles is not here, but there is a sense here of evaluation. There's the Hanged Man, which is looking at different perspectives, but with the Three of Swords. And I feel as though we're talking about a situation or a life. It could have been multiple situations where you kind of get stuck in a bit of a loop. And you always come back to that same place of I need to look at this again. I need to look at this again. I need to look at this again. And, you know, or how do I always find myself back here? And how you always find yourself back here is unaddressed wounds and an internal conflict that is perpetuating them, that keeps bringing them back around again. The Five of Wands, it's not a card of the mind, it's not a card of swords, but I always associate this with internal conflict, because as I look at it, what I'm seeing is rehearsed over and over and over again. It looks like these people are rehearsing a fight. So it looks like this is just keeps going round and round psychologically in a loop for you. So as I look at at what is on the table here, we've got the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of work on yourself here with these two cards, and this has not been in vain. But what you do absolutely 100% need to be aware of here is that you have this internal loop that keeps dragging you back to this Knight of Pentacles, who is not a king, so it's not a completion. So that position of the knight is action orientated, but this is the slowest moving knight in the deck. He's on a cart horse. He is static. You know, it feels very stuck, but it feels like it's stuck in a way that you kind of make some progress but always end up back in the same place. It's like you're almost running on the spot. That is the person I am talking to today. There is an opportunity here, which is a karmic opportunity. Let me cover these up because they haven't got any clothes on. For this to change, for you to break out of this, for you to, you know, sort of actually stop banging your elbows against the side of the box and lift the lid off the box, because it feels like that's what you've been doing. A cycle is closing around burdens that you have been carrying from the past, and the opportunity is coming towards you to I just heard live your best life, to absolutely live your best life. Now, you might go, yeah, Steph, okay, that's nonsense, because I always think I get that and I get so far down the track and then it just stops and I spin round. Your path to this is to, I feel like you need to be very, very honest with yourself, because in your outcome / advice, we have the Knight of Wands. This is asking, and also the Seven of Swords. Now, the Seven of Swords, everybody, and I'm like this as well, you get really sort of, oh, I don't want to, oh, I hate that card. But there is a real lesson in this card, which is it's a card of strategy as well. It is a card to pay attention. Cards are swords. Swords are cards of the mind. And so it's about you really massively paying attention to how you talk to yourself, how you think about yourself, and changing that pattern into something that is much more bold. The the Knight of Wands is a very fast moving knight. It's a somewhat chaotic knight, and it's not always the most reliable of knights, but it is action orientated. If you can see, we start the reading with the Knight of Pentacles, we end the reading with the Knight of Wands, and look at those two knights. Just look at them. Look at the difference in energy. This is about you taking bold action to deal with your thoughts, because those thoughts are no longer serving you. It could be that your life is okay. It's okay. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, it's like your needs are being met here, but there's something more, and that's what you've been exploring here with the Hierophant, with the Queen of Cups. You might have been in a period of study, or just but it feels more like it's a self-evaluation. But there is this missing piece that you are not addressing, which needs to be brought into the light. And I was just shown his head here. It needs to be brought into the light. It needs to be put on the table. You need to look at it and say, this cannot stay. And that is this. That is this constant battle with yourself, which could well be about self-esteem, could well be about self-worth, but it needs to go. It has to go. And when it does, you get the 10 of Pentacles clarified by the 9 of Cups. You can have everything that you want, but you can't have it while you think in the way that you think, while you're constantly sabotaging yourself and creating self-fulfilling prophecies. That is what this reading is saying to me. You have to change your internal script. This is about balance. You know, you're perhaps craving balance. You're perhaps craving that missing piece that gives you that opportunity to be able to say, okay, I can move forward without encountering that roadblock again. But you keep encountering that roadblock and ending up exactly back in the place where you started, thinking, but look, I have all of this. I've got all of this to offer. I've got all of, whether this is to offer to a job, whether this is to offer to another person, to offer to a cause. You know, you are looking at this and saying, I have all of this to offer, and yet I never get a chance to plant that seed. I'll be really honest with you, Capricorn. What has given me a sense that I can overcome the difficulties I've had with my brain, because most of us, we don't control most of our brain, but it controls us. But meditation, just allowing thoughts to come in and looking at them. We don't judge them. We just let them pass through. And then, okay, by thought, just allow it. But what it does is it allows you to see what you're saying to yourself, to see it very clearly, because you're not then overlaying it with other stuff, because you're not doing other stuff. You're literally sitting with your thoughts. And this is terrifying. Somebody that I was working with, she did hate silence. And I said to her, what is it about silence? And she said, I hate being with my own thoughts. You're going to have to get comfortable with being with your own thoughts, because your own thoughts are what is stopping you from moving forward. Your own thoughts are also the solution. If you can flip that script, if you can believe in the art of the possible, if you can believe, you know, if you can stop telling yourself that can't happen, or look, I do all of this, I do all of this, I do all of this, and then I end up stuck back where I am. If you can flip that switch and say, this is entirely possible. I don't know how it's possible. It seems implausible, but it can happen for me, and I can move forward, and I can stop this endless cycle of rumination and self-sabotage and blaming myself and blaming other people, which is, you know, just don't do that, because they're all responsible for their own stuff. You have control over what is going on in your own head, and what is going on in your own head is preventing you from absolutely everything that you want. So you have, in this time of global crazy madness, Capricorn, you have the opportunity here, the opportunity for change. You have the opportunity to get everything. Ooh, I'm trying to be dramatic and it's not working, but you have the opportunity to have everything that you want. You have got to start listening to and changing the narrative that is going on in your head, that is stopping you, that is keeping you as the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I have it. Yeah, but I can't move forward. It's really clear here. It's really clear. But yeah, there is a real indication here about meditation. There is also, you know, and we all say it, you know, every reader says it, go out into nature. Learn about how everybody else and by everybody else I mean bees and birds and flowers and things, how they live. You know, if you can look at that and say, yeah, I get it now. I get that, you know, that their life is harsh, but they sing. You know, those birds, they're little tiny things. There are bigger birds bullying them that could eat them at a second's notice. They're, you know, they're always on the edge. They're always on the edge, but they still keep singing. You know, it is, they find they find an optimism within them to keep going. And I feel like that's a really important message for somebody, you know, that it doesn't matter what your circumstance is. You can always improve it, but equally you can also keep yourself exactly where you are, and that is what has been happening for the person that I am speaking to, and that is what needs to change. So this is a for my UK viewers, kick up the bum. For my US viewers, a kick up the butt. And for everybody else, it's just this is the universe saying, you know, really, it's in here. It's all in here. You can change it. You can change it if you want to change it. That's it. That's the message. Okay, right. Capricorn, thank you for watching. Good luck. Good luck. Don't, you know, there's no sort of airy, there's no particular sort of airy stuff going on here, although I think judgment is linked to Aries, but concentrate on yourself. The world is in a bit of a fragile state right now. Let's just keep it all calm and concentrate on what you can change. And the only thing that you can change is you. Okay, right. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good month. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.